Healthy eating is something we all struggle with. 1 out of 10 adults do not eat the proper amount of vegetables and fruits that they are supposed to eat. Healthy eating is especially important in college, but it's something that is extremely difficult to manage when you're stressed out. College students always tend to go towards the junk food aisle in the grocery store rather than the healthy fruits and vegetable aisle. Not only is healthy eating important, but so is exercise. Working out can be a motivator to eating healthier, and also it keeps your body healthy and in shape. I think that it is very important for college students, especially to be informed of normal and healthy eating habits and what the proper amount of nutrients really looks like. I do not believe that this is talked about enough. So in the next few minutes, I will be analyzing 2 different infographics about healthy eating choices, and one that I made myself that is steered more towards college students. The first infographic is from the American Heart Association, and I found this attached to an article entitled How to Develop Healthy Eating Habits, which is also what they entitled the infographic. The American Heart Association informs adults on how to live a better life while also raising money for people dealing with medical issues. This infographic goes on to give facts about the amount of adults that eat the proper amount of vegetables and steps to eating healthy. It also talks about the food coloring in your diet, healthy eating hacks, and ways to take action to develop a more effective eating habit. The information on this infographic is very informative, but the words have a very small font which can make it very difficult to read, especially because they are targeting an older age range. You can tell that this infographic was made by a creative person because of the color and the amount of photos used, which makes it extremely appealing. The greens that they use throughout the infographic, alongside with the photos that they chose, tie nicely into each other and are all colors of fruits and vegetables. However, the brown coloring that they use in the middle of this infographic immediately catches the reader's attention to that section, which is about adding color to your diet. However, I do not believe this to be the most important section of this infographic, and I think that this could have been designed differently. With that said, this infographic is extremely well organized, and they have each section labeled appropriately. Overall, this infographic is informative and easy to read while providing facts and suggestions on how to create a healthier diet. The second infographic that I have chosen is also from the American Heart Association, but specifically from the American Stroke Association, which is an association within the American Heart Association. This one is a little different compared to the last one. It is entitled, So You Want to Eat Clean. It gives information about what does healthy eating look like, healthy eating tips and food to include in your diet, and which ones to take away from your diet. It also debunks myths and facts, which I think is a very creative way to get the audience's attention. The intended audience from this infographic is very similar to the one before, as it is mainly for adults. However, it was definitely made by a different person, as this one has a completely different layout than the last one. This infographic is a lot busier. It's not as clean, which is kind of ironic as clean as is in the title. It uses blues, reds, yellows, and greens to grab the audience's attention, which it definitely does. But I do not necessarily think that all of these colors blend well together. And with that, the use of different boxes and the images of different food overall looks extremely busy, but it is a very creative infographic. I do believe that this one is more fun to read, but it also contains a lot less information. However, it is easier to read because the words are a lot bigger. Overall, I think this infographic, although busy, is much easier to read and is clear to the point. After analyzing the 2 infographics, I decided to combine the information they presented, as well as adding in new strategies and data. I created a new infographic about the importance of healthy eating habits. However, my aim was to make this infographic more directed towards college students. I used a bright orange color to grab the audience's attention by maintaining an orange and yellow theme throughout. I tried to pick images that went along with this theme and contrast the colors well. For example, green and red contrast against the orange quite nicely. I also tried to use balance and the way that I designed to not make it too busy. I left plenty of extra space in the white areas so that it was easy to read and not too overwhelming. I also decided to add in information on working out and mental health strategies and regular health checkups. I decided to discuss these in my infographic because it plays into a new kind of audience and it all ties into healthy eating habits. By being a creative thinker, I took a spin on the information provided in the other two infographics and gave it a unique twist. I think creative thinkers like me will enjoy reading this infographic, but I also think it will appeal to creative thinkers as well, as it is clear, balanced, and easy to read. According to the book entitled Creative Approaches to Problem Solving, creativity is a natural part of being human. It is not reserved for those people with some sort of special gift. This suggests that creativity exists in all people, showing that this infographic can be for all types of thinkers. Thank you.